What is up, guys? James Baek here, and today we have our last episode of VGC back-to-back battles with the Wishiwashi team with Oranguru, Tapu, Bulu, Wishiwashi, Krookodile, Arcanine, and Raichu. If you can tell, I'm not that happy today. Well, my face might say it, but my tone doesn't. My tone of voice. I played a bunch of VGC matches, and they were pretty frustrating. I faced Minimize, I got frozen quite a few times actually today. Rock Slide happened. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff that's annoying Pokemon. It's just not my day today, so hopefully it can be my day when we're playing when we're recording. So we got the Ninetales, Araquanid, the Gigalith, Marowak, Garchomp, and Golem. So, interesting team. He has two Weather Setters, and I don't get what the Ninetales does on the team. He does have speed control. Looks more like a sand team, to be honest. How do I want to handle this? Trick Room is pretty good against my opponent's team, especially if I get my Instruct Surfs off. Araquanid's kind of annoying. Tapu Bulu actually does fantastic under Trick Room. I think I'll lead Oranguru, and I do want to Intimidate for my opponent's team, so I'll go Krookodile, Wishiwashi, Tapu, Bulu. Yeah. I kind of wanted Raichu because Raichu could do some work there, but yeah. But the Golem is pretty interesting because I don't know what the ability is called, but it powers up its normal type moves and turns it into electric type. So it's a pretty interesting ability. I do want to try out the Golem, but I do think it's pretty weak because of its base attack, and it doesn't get really any spread moves other than Self-Destruct and Explosion, obviously. So we're going to see the Golem Marowak come out, and that's perfect for me because I get the Intimidate off. I can go for Instruct Earthquake. Oranguru should be faster than the Marowak 100%. He doesn't have exactly a good Earthquake switch other than the Araquanid. Yeah. I think Instruct Earthquake is the play. I don't even need to Trick Room up right now. Because Krookodile is in such a good position, he can't even knock out the Krookodile, which is great. So we'll see how this plays out. Yeah. Instruct Earthquake, he has no switch-ins, he doesn't have an immunity. Araquanid can switch in, but that's two Earthquakes. Garchomp's actually going to switch in. Don't know if he wants to pull a double switch. I mean, Garchomp's not going to appreciate two Earthquakes. Marowak is also going to switch out and go to Araquanid, which makes sense. And we will get an Earthquake off. So we've already seen all four of his Pokemon in one turn. That's fantastic. And yeah, that Earthquake did so much damage. And we will get the Instruct off again. Araquanid, we did learn in a few videos ago, gets Wide Guard. So we do have to be wary of that, of course. But we don't really have to worry about spamming Earthquake since we already have our Telepathy. So we're not going to be hit by an Earthquake. That Earthquake does so much. I mean, look at that. Two Earthquakes and Araquanid's almost at, basically at 50%. So, alright, so he has to get rid of Krookodile. He absolutely has to get rid of Krookodile if he wants to win the game. Yeah. I think he goes for a Liquidation. And maybe a Protect. I kind of just want to protect my Oranguru here and actually go out. He has Garchomp and he could have Poison Jab. So actually, I think best play is to just go for the Trick Room Earthquake play. Because if I lose Krookodile, yes, I get a free switch into one of my other Pokemon in the back. And nice, he's actually going to stay in with both. So I'm able to get this nice free Earthquake off. And he can only target one of my Pokemon with either Lunge, which I don't think they would carry, Leech Life, which is basically the same base power as Lunge, but you get the HP back, or Liquidation, and it's going to be the Liquidation, and we'll target down Krookodile. Yes, Krookodile was a way that I could have easily won the game, however, Wishiwashi just does the same thing as Krookodile and can just spam Surf, and with Instruct possibilities, it's endless. Endless possibilities. Alright, so I'll go out into my Wishiwashi here. As I wonder who will bring out. Could be Marowak. I think it would be Marowak, to be honest. It's actually Golem. Alright, I do not mind this position. Schooling is going to activate. I actually would have brought out Marowak because Marowak at least threatens the Tapu Bulu. Yeah, he's probably just gonna go for a. He could go for a wide guard. That's what I'm scared of. I think I'm just gonna protect the Oranguru, and I'm actually gonna switch out, go out into my Tapu Bulu right away. What this allows me to do is preserve my Wishiwashi and get Tapu Bulu is basically in a fantastic spot here. Unless Golem gets Heavy Slam, which I don't think it does. If I'm correct. And basically, he can't really touch Wishiwashi for much damage. So we'll see how this goes. Wishiwashi will switch out. Go out into Tapu Bulu. Should be able to eat this attack from Golem pretty well. Grassy Surge will activate. So we will get some residual healing. And Oranguru will protect. Liquidation's gonna go out into the Oranguru, and it's going to be the explosion coming out. Alright. So the explosion's coming out, going to be able to knock out his Araquanid, but he's gonna go down as well. That was not the play, pal. I think Wide Guard would have been the best choice if we wanted to do that. Araquanid does go down, and Tapu Bulu is able to live. So if he had Wide Guard, he should have went for it. Because his Araquanid would have survived, he would have got the explosion off, and if I decided to like Instruct Surf there, he would have been in a fantastic position. However, that's not what he did, and what he ended up doing is costed himself the game. Maybe he was choice banned, or what he could have done was actually switch out the... he could have switched out the Araquanid into Marowak, but I guess he was still afraid of the Surf. But yeah, I think he would have had to Wide Guard in that slot. Either way, I think our safe play is to just Psychic and just go for our Bloom Doom here. It doesn't matter since I basically win with Wishiwashi anyway. As yeah, Flare Blitz is going to come out, but he's going to be taking a bunch of recoil. And is this targeting that? Okay, it was targeting our Tapu Bulu. I was just about to say, I thought it was targeting our Oranguru for a second. Taking that recoil, so Psychic will do a good amount. Yeah, that does a great amount, actually. Of course, Marowak doesn't have the best special defense in the world. We can just go out into Wishiwashi. And how many turns of Trick Room are left? I believe we have 2. Schooling will activate with Wishiwashi. Let's see. We have 2 turns of Trick Room? Yeah, we have 2 turns of Trick Room, so we can just go for the Psychic and the Surf. Yep, I don't see anything wrong with it. He probably has to go for a double protect, and then hope I don't protect my Wishiwashi on the turn I go for Trick Room, and gets the Shadow Bone crit. I think that's the only way he could win. So he is going to play us out. I mean, I'd do the exact same thing, because he does have a chance of winning. I mean, it's very slight. But I can easily make plays that prevent him from getting any % chance of winning. So yeah, we'll just go for Instruct Surf. Actually, no, we'll just Psychic Surf because I don't want the move animation taking a long time. If it was like our original timer, that's what I would have done because Instruct would have taken a few more seconds and it could have been playing... timer, but he gets the double protect. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Pretty sure nothing stops me though from getting the Trick Room and protecting though. A crit Flare Blitz maybe? But I don't know about that. He needs double crit to win the game. But he does Shadow Bone and basically that'll seal it up. Because we will get to trick him off. I don't think he can get 4 protects in a row. And if he does, he's a legend himself. And Grassy Terrain will end so he can get enough recovery to where he lives 2 Psychics. So either way, I will go for my Psychic Surf. Yeah. Psychic Surf is the best play. And yeah, he's just going to forfeit the match, realizing he can't win. Good game. Let's see. I think we played that pretty well, but that explosion play was questionable. I guess he was hoping that I would just go for the Instruct Surf play, but to be honest, yes, I could have done that. It was a possibility, but I didn't. Since my Oranguru is not min speed, I wasn't confident that I could outspeed his Golem, and he could have just knocked me out with like a double edge onto Wishiwashi. So I didn't want that to happen, because if I lost Wishiwashi, it would have been very hard for me to come back against this Marowak. I would have had to have one chance where I could set up a Swords Dance or and Rock Slide, hope he targeted down my Oranguru. Or I would have had to stall out Trick Room and get either Psychic Chip damage on that Marowak, or flinch the Marowak with Rock Slide. That's basically how I would have won. But anyway, yeah, that was a pretty fun game, not gonna lie. Explosion was pretty cool. I'm actually liking the amount of explosion we've been seeing lately. It's pretty fun. Glalie was such a fun Pokemon. If you guys didn't watch my VGC 15 back-to-back battles, I ended up using Mega Glalie for a while, and that was pretty fun. That team was pretty fun. Mega Glalie, Moody, +2 Explosion, as we're going to find Psy from the United States of Indiana. So we'll be seeing the team of Krookodile, Tapu Lele, Porygon 2, Milotic, Marowak, and Celesteela. So pretty standard team. Krookodile over the Garchomp, and no Tapu Koko, which is pretty interesting in my opinion. How do I want to handle this? Alright, so honestly, if I get Tapu Bulu in, it's fantastic. Raichu does some pretty nice work. Krookodile is not exactly necessary, so I think I'll go Oranguru Wishiwashi as the lead. That's so weak against Krookodile Marowak, though. But if he does lead that, he loses to Wishiwashi, so Tapu Bulu and Raichu in the back. I can't lead Krookodile with Milotic as a possibility. And +2 Milotic would probably sweep through my team, because it would be able to take hits for days. Alright, what do I think he'll bring? Porygon 2 has to be a must. Krookodile, maybe. Actually, I don't think Krookodile would be that great of a play because of Tapu Bulu. I mean, he could. He definitely could, but does he want to risk the grassy terrain? So we'll see how this goes. I like the Krookodile Milotic combination. It makes up for the Garchomp Gyarados because you still keep your Intimidate. And most likely your Scarf anyway. So Krookodile Tapu Lele is going to come out. Alright. Against my Wishiwashi Oranguru. This is going to be very annoying. Psychic Surge is going to activate on the field. Intimidate's going to activate. And Schooling is going to activate. So 3 abilities at once, people. How about that? But, okay. What I want... He has to double attack Oranguru. It's so obvious I protect Wishiwashi and he goes for a Crunch. He could go for a Taunt, though, if he has it. But he can't Earthquake himself, so I think he would Crunch the Oranguru. Do I want to make that read? I really do. To be honest, it is a 50-50 gamble of who he double targets. And I don't exactly have a safe play. Yeah, I don't have a safe play. We'll go for the Protect and Surf. I basically have to hope this play works out. We have to try to get rid of this Krookodile somehow. So we'll Protect Oranguru and go for that Surf. Dazzling Gleam gonna come out, so... Okay, Dazzling Gleam's not a Psychic, so Dazzling Gleam Crunch shouldn't knock me out. Yeah. Oh, man, he did make that play. Perfect. We get the Surf off. Gonna be huge damage. Big damage onto these Pokemon. That doesn't knock out the Krookodile, though. That's a bit worrisome. Alright, we need to preserve Oranguru. Dazzling Gleam plus Crunch won't do much to Tapu Bulu, so Tapu Bulu is the play. I think he would just Crunch again. He could switch out, which is a play he could make too. And I'll just protect my Wishiwashi here. Actually, wait. The Tapu Lele was faster than the Krookodile, so I don't know that Scarf. Or I don't know what could be Scarf. Maybe maybe he's not Scarf on any of them? Oh man, if I could only remember Krookodile's base speed off the top of my head. I know it's 90 something. It's either 90 or 90 something. We'll retreat Oranguru though, because we can't take the Dazzling Gleam plus Crunch combination. Tapu Bulu will come out on the field. Activate the Grassy Surge, so we'll get rid of his Psychic Surge, which is nice. Protect from the Wishiwashi, as we'll see the Energy Ball. Oh boy. Oh boy. Crunch. Also, we could have got to trick him off, which is kind of upsetting, but alright. Kind of want to get rid of this Krookodile since it is the biggest threat to my Oranguru. I think you just Energy Ball Crunch the Wishiwashi slot. I need Wishiwashi around, don't I? For the Marowak, yes, I do. So I'll go for the Bloom Doom onto the Tapu Lele. And I'll switch on to Oranguru. Krookodile might just switch out because the fact it does the most damage to my Oranguru. But nope, he's going to stay in. This thing doesn't get a poison move, right? Psychic's going to come out. We'll target down my Tapu Bulu for some good damage. Wow. Rock Slide going to come out. Okay. Please don't flinch, Tapu Bulu. That does a lot to my Oranguru. We don't flinch. And we get this Bloom Doom off. So Tapu Lele's off the field. I might have preferred Krookodile off the field though, now that I'm thinking about it. But we do get rid of Tapu Lele, which was a huge threat to my Wishiwashi because of the Energy Ball, so I don't regret this play, but Krookodile might have been a better target, so I should have thought about that more. Tapu Lele goes down. And we don't take the recoil from Woodhammer, which might have been enough to knock us out. Celesteela is probably going to be the Pokemon that comes out here. Yeah, I think Celesteela would be the Pokemon that comes out here. If he has Celesteela. Milotic. Alright. New possibilities have opened up. And I kind of like it. I'm going to go for my Trick Room right here. And I'm going to protect Trick Room because, alright, here's what I'm going to do. I need Tapu Bulu alive for the Milotic, right? And if I lose Oranguru here, that's fine because I can get a free switch into my Raichu, which threatens both these Pokemon. Milotic's actually going to be the one that protects. Maybe expecting the Woodhammer to that slot? Earthquake actually coming out. Wait, why would you... Huh? I don't agree with that play because we're in grassy terrain. And I don't think Earthquake knocks out Tapu Bulu. Alright, we get this Trick Room up. I guess we'll take it. I don't know what my opponent was thinking, but we'll take it. Yeah, I don't know what my opponent was thinking. We could still lose, though. It depends on if he has Protect. I'm going to Woodhammer the Krookodile slot because I need the Krookodile gun. And I would expect my Milotic to go into Celesteela or Marowak if he has it. I'll Instruct just in case. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if Tapu Bulu goes down. I still have Raichu in the back for that Marowak. And as long as I get rid of Marowak, if it's in the back, I win. If it's... Celesteela, I can do pretty well against that with the Raichu. Plus the Wishiwashi combo with the Oranguru. So Krookodile is definitely the Pokemon that I need to knock out in this position. Poyon 2, however, could be very annoying. It is going to be switch out from Milotic, and Marowak is going to come out. And nice, we do get the Woodhammer off, and this will be able to knock out the Krookodile. We're in a fantastic position here. This is what I wanted. We get a crit. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Unfortunately, I think we might... Actually, no. If we knock ourselves out here, that's the perfect position that we need. So we're going to get chip damage onto this Marowak. Oh, jeez, that did so much. And we survive, actually. Alright. This grassy terrain helping us out. My Milotic should be coming out now. Yep. Alright, so I could still potentially lose because of how many turns of Trick Room are left. We have 3. So what I want to do, I need to knock up the Marowak before Trick Room ends, in my opinion. So I'm going to protect my Tapu Bulu because I think he goes into it with Marowak because he's forced to, or he protects Marowak. No, he has to go in. He has to go into Tapu Bulu slot. I think a Shadow Bone into that slot is his best play. And I'll go into Wishiwashi to take a potential Scald, because I can threaten the Marowak with the Wishiwashi and start surfing. And I get to keep my Tapu Bulu around, which is pretty nice. So we'll go out into Wishiwashi. We can also get some residual healing as well. So Wishiwashi formed a school. We'll protect our Tapu Bulu here. Let's see what he goes for. Milotic's actually going to protect. Interesting. Earthquake. Okay, again, not the move I'm expecting. But I guess this is fine because Wishiwashi won't take that much damage because of the grassy terrain up. Yeah, look at how bulky that is. I wonder if Tapu Bulu can lift a surf. I don't think it can from the range it's at. And I don't want to risk a crit. I need to knock out the Marowak. Yeah, I can't lift a surf at that range. Grassy terrain disappears from the battlefield, but we can always get it back, which is why I'm going to retreat into my Oranguru for that Telepathy and go for the Surf. His Marowak Protect is the best play for him. And again, all I need to do, knock out Marowak, win the game with either Raichu or my Tapu Bulu. So I will continue to target down this Marowak until we finally get that knockout that we really need onto that Marowak. And also, if he keeps protecting, we get the Leftovers recovery with Wishiwashi anyway. And the fact he needs to knock out this Tapu Bulu to be able to do work with his... Well, his Milotic needs to be safe. Marowak is going to protect. So I could predict that since it was pretty obvious. But again, a safe play. If I risk the Wood Hammer and protect my Wishiwashi to not cause any recoil, what that would have resulted in is a potential chance I lose the Tapu Bulu. As we will see Ice Beam into the Oranguru as we will survive. And nothing wrong with going for the Instruct Surf. I don't want to go for the Psychic into my Milotic because of the potential ability to for it to get the competitive boost. So I will just go for the Instruct Surf. It's safe. And the fact that we put this Milotic in range of Thunderbolt, guaranteed. But I don't think it should matter because he's probably going to just go for the Double Protect. And hope he gets the Double Protect with Marowak. So we'll see how this goes. I'm hoping he doesn't get the Protect with Marowak because that just makes it so much easier for my team to handle, to be honest. He gets it. It's fine. And no, he's not going to actually protect with Milotic. Maybe going for the Recover instead. I could definitely see that. Maybe going for the Scald. Maybe for a Burn. Needs to have residual damage. As we'll get the Surf off twice. Nice damage on the Milotic. Because of his crit. So we got 3. No, it's not 3. It's 2.5. So Surf is going to come out onto Milotic. And again, once we knock at that Marowak, it's game over for him. He might even be in range of a Rock Slide with Marowak, so we're looking pretty good here. Surf, gonna do good amounts to Milotic. Sitrus Berry is gonna activate. Again, if it's Recover Milotic, I don't get why they run Sitrus Berry, to be honest. Scald's gonna come out, target down the Wishiwashi, which makes sense. Does he get the burn? He does get the burn. Unfortunate. Leftovers. Alright. I wonder how... Okay, so I might be in Shadow Ball range now because of that burn. And he should just skull... He just should double up into the Wishiwashi because he's forced to basically... I'll just go for the Surf Psychic into Marowak. I think Psychic will be able to be a 2-hit knockout from that range. And the fact if I get the Surf off, I knock out Marowak. And he has to target down the Wishiwashi with the Shadow Ball to knock it out. And the fact if he knocks out Wishiwashi, I get a free switch into Raichu. I can keep going for the sub. Psychic play into Marowak. Because if he protects Marowak, I get the sub up. Milo can't knock me out. So we'll see how this goes. He's thinking hard. But I don't think he can win. He goes for the recover. Which I can see. Now he can live a Thunderbolt from the Life Orb. And also he needs Milo to be healthy as possible. Psychic will go out into the Marowak. Not as much damage as I wanted. Flare Blitz coming out. Probably expecting the Protect play. But nope. Not going to do it. Oranguru is going to go down. But of course. Yeah, he risked his Marowak being knocked out to Recall. But I guess he was expecting the Trick Room play. But I had no reason to Trick Room. All I had to do is get rid of Marowak here. I guess since he didn't know my last Pokemon, it does make sense. If he thought I was Krookodile or Arcanine, yes, that was the correct play. But unfortunately for him, my last Pokemon will be my Raichu, and Helping Hand Thunderbolt is just something that can clean up this game very easily. And we have Helping Hand. So Helping Hand, Life Orb, Thunderbolt. You're not Walking Berry. You took chip damage. There's no way you're surviving this Thunderbolt. So yeah, basically, just tarring down that Marowak. It was pretty nice that... Okay, how did I play that game again? It was pretty nice that he didn't go... That one turn he screwed over Krookodile was crucial. Because if he went for Crunch into Oranguru, it would have been a completely different game. Because I wouldn't have had Trick Room up. I would have had to play around no speed control. It would have definitely been a more interesting game. But unfortunately he didn't. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like down below to show your support. You can also check out my other stuff, my social medias, Patreon if you guys want to support the channel, Twitch for my live streams, Twitter for any tournaments that I'm competing in and stuff. And you guys can watch yesterday's episode. If you guys missed it, you can also check out the playlist if you missed an episode, or if you want to try out the team, down below. I have a new team, and hopefully I'll be able to get it ready by tomorrow. Otherwise, as I said, or if I didn't say it, I will probably just double upload on Saturday if I miss a video tomorrow. But anyway, see you guys around in another episode.